I don't really care if you cry. All my friends are dead. All my friends are dead. Push me to the edge. Just a chill day, guys. Just a chill day. You know, you can't solve poor album sales with hate. Being mean is not gonna sell an album. I got some water on my shirt. But this is a beautiful Saturday morning, and you know what I'm saying? Just living my life. It's so many people dropping. Like, Cardi just dropped a record. I listen to music every day, but you know what I can say is for any artist, you know, having a good attitude and being, you know, beautiful inside and out. Emphasis on out. That will definitely help to push an album. But being mean is not going to sell or get those albums off the street. Sometimes in the streets is where albums remain. And people just walk by them. And the album, you know, it goes window blind. Like, I'm looking at my window blinds. Sometimes we're living in an age where record sales, people really don't be buying albums, but if you really popping like that, they'll buy it. Like Cardi, she's always gonna sell. Megan Thee Stallion is on tour. Glorilla just dropped a hot record, TGIF, that I always bump to. And it's like the rest of the girls, some of them, you know, it's like Playground slide. It's like whole career of Playground, album sales. You know, it goes equivalent to the plastic on a slide. But keep the dream alive. All my friends are dead. My favorite Uzi song is No I Walk With The Racks On Me. Bad bit on bad back, and you know she throw that. I want that girl cause she want me cause the cash only. Ain't no she cap it, homie. Dreadlock that cap on me. Back then they napped on me. Now they all just act on me. Now I'm hot, they all on me. Pull out the Snapchat, homie. I ain't got a Snapchat, homie. I think it's too personal. That's what I got Twitter for. Instagram, I'll bag you, ho. Hey. That's when he was with Britney. Pretty model. But yeah. I know that's right. Oh, let me show y'all my baby picture. Y'all, this is me as a baby. I'm on the right. Don't I look like a little Barbie doll? Hold on. Hold on. Okay. So you can get better lighting. This was me on the right, little Alexandra. You know what I'm saying? I mean, it's a beautiful thing. I'm working on my inner child every day. That's my mom. And yeah, I can proudly post my baby picture. I was cute my whole life. And you know, that's a blessing. And yeah, that's my baby picture. And this right here, I don't know what I was doing. That was me again. I was mugging. I don't know what was going on. It's my mom. I was in front of a house where we used to live at. Don't remember it, but that was me again. Then this was in my early 20s. This was my early 20s. I was in my early 20s, and I forgot. I was taking a passport photo, and this is before I went to Korea because I had got like a nose job. And you know, I just felt like a lot of times with beauty, you know, a lot of people think that like European standard. For me personally, I always had a nice nose, but I just wanted more definition in my nose. There's nothing wrong. I'm pro plastic surgery, but you know, before all of that, you know, I was always a pretty baby, and I was always a pretty girl. You know what I'm saying? And it's like the lesson is make sure that if you're gonna do it, just do it because you want to do it to make you happy. And we all have flaws, so it's like, although you could be pretty, everyone is not flawless. We still have flaws. So you want to go to the doctor, and for example, if you got crooked teeth, you could be a pretty girl, but you got crooked teeth, you go get your Invisalign. I was a pretty girl, still I'm a pretty girl, and I had what do you call it? I had a nose that I liked, but I felt like I wanted more definition, so I raised it up. I got definition. I got more definition. So, plastic surgery is cool. It's dope. But this is like probably, I don't know, 25, 22, I don't know, 24, whatever. I don't know. And this is my nursing graduation photo. You know what I'm saying? Like in Miami, life can go up and down. And I've experienced being homeless, and I've experienced, being at the peak of my career. But that's how life goes up and down. It's not about like, you know, what you go through. It's about what you go through, but it's like, how do you end up and how do you get over it and how do you move forward and make it? You know what I'm saying? I graduated nursing school at 19. I was 19 right here, 19 years old. And I graduated nursing school, and I was a nurse for about like almost 10 years successfully. And this is my professor, my college professor, Dr. Gomez. Dr. Gomez, that basically is her. So, and then later on in life, you got evil people that are evil, that are jealous, envious, and, angry. And I'm not perfect, you know what I'm saying? But a lot of hate exists in the world, and bad things happen to you. But thankfully, I can say that no matter what, I'm healthy, I'm happy, even on the hard days, and I'm blessed. And I did something with my life. And even if, your life, it goes a little haywire, it's just a bump in the road, and you just get back up. So I'm, getting back up, and I'm going to be out, and, I'm going to be thriving in another way, or maybe go back to nursing. Who knows? I don't know. But all I know is that the point is the lesson is Jehovah is good. Jehovah is great. You got devil worshippers, you got Christians, and it's like no matter what you are, you know what I'm saying? Do right by people. And if you sell no records and you are not happy with yourself, when you're being evil. So it's better to convert your life to Christ and be the best Christian you can be. But nobody's perfect. I'm not perfect. God reads me all the time. I read the Bible, and he gets me together every day. Like, this is what you did, this is what you do, this is what you need to work on. And I love the Holy Scriptures, and it really, really helps me to correct myself and be a better person. But one thing I will say is that, I'm very thankful for Jehovah for protecting me, my life. And, people, I don't know, people think that they're powerful because a lot of humans think that because they have money, power. Yes, they abuse their power, but God is the ultimate power. And if it wasn't for him and his power, which is more powerful than other humans' power, I wouldn't be here. So I thank Jehovah every day for my life. And I have big plans, and when this whole situation ends, that I'm going through this little phase in my life that I'm going through, which is a phase, definitely gonna do so much. And you know what I'm saying, definitely going to, do a lot. And yeah, just, I love myself, and I love, even though I'm going through things that I'm going to talk about later, and things I'm going to come out and say, like on some Diddy Cassie type vibes, maybe, a little different, but definitely I'll be telling my story. But yeah, see, the difference between somebody who serves God and somebody who is a devil worshiper, they're unhappy, they're miserable. No matter what you give them, no matter how much money they make, if they sell a cardboard box for album sales, or if they sell 1 million records, they're always going to be miserable because they're on the side of hate. They hate. Get that hate at your heart, boo. But somebody like who is a person that is a good person, and some people don't even worship God, and they just choose to be good people. They choose to not be murderers. They choose to not be rapists. They choose to not be pedophiles. Like, they just choose to be good people, and they don't like to see people suffer. And those people who don't have a lot of money, maybe they're the ones that are happy, and they're the ones that, even if life throws whatever at them, how life threw whatever at me, we're still happy people, because why? We have love of the Christ and love in our hearts. When you have a love in your heart, and when you have a purpose, when you know your purpose, when you know what you're here for, when you know your worth, when you know like hate and people on the outside don't define who you are, you know what I'm saying? It's like all the stuff that's happening or whatever, or attempts or whatever, it doesn't phase you. It's like you may get sad because you realize, dang, this world is a very twisted, ugly world. But you don't give up because you know that you have somebody. You have a God. These people out there in the world, they don't have nobody. They only have their money. They only have fake people around them that only like them as long as they have money. If they lose all their money today, it's over with. They don't have anybody. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, you know, it's just a facade. Their lives are facades. These celebrities, they live facades. They're miserable in real life. In real life. And you got people that are going through things, oppressed, you know, people they abuse their power with, that are happier than them. Like, I'm so happy. I'm so happy with the simple things. Like a bologna and cheese sandwich makes me happy. But these people, they have filet mignon and they go home crying like a dog every day. They go home insecure about how they look. They go home insecure about their whole life, upset, traumatized, no, need therapy, don't go to therapy, just take out their hate on everybody, just mean to everybody. And you know, they talk about people, and we all talk about people, and that's something that I feel like I need to include it. You know, when I was on my YouTube channel, I realized if it don't apply to me, it's none of my business. And if it ain't the news, like to help me figure out how to move in life, like a hurricane reporting or real news, I feel like celebrities' businesses is not really our business. But you know, entertainment news, that's what I used to do. And I have a whole new concept for my YouTube channel. And you know, other people, they're going to keep doing what they do, but that's one of the things God helped me to see. Like, you have a greater purpose. And talking about your opinions, we all have opinions. It's not a problem to have an opinion, but to give an opinion, it may hurt people's feelings, which I care about because I am a good person. It may hurt people's feelings, and also it's more to you than other people's lives. You know what I mean? It's like, I'll leave that for the vlogs, but I'm not a vlogger. Like, I have so much to offer and so many things to do that I'm going to be doing. But yeah, like, you know, you get nowhere being mean. You sell no records being mean. You're not gonna be a polite. I mean, it's better. It's like when I was like homeless, some people, ain't nobody finna buy it on iTunes, on Spotify, so you might as well have me sell it. Like, you would have more success with me selling it than selling it on a streaming platform. Ain't nobody finna buy that. You know, some people just are not it, and that's just what that is, period. But when it comes to, you know, life and what I'm going through and, you know, different things, I'm happy. I'm happy despite persecution, despite people, you know, hating on me. It's like I have Jehovah, so I'm happy. You know what I mean? And pretty comes from the inside. The outside, being pretty on the outside, thank the Lord, that comes from, that's a gift. But true beauty comes from the inside. So don't get caught up on the outside. You know what I'm saying? Love yourself and love from the inside. A lot of people don't love themselves. They don't like themselves. I like myself. So no matter what position I get in life, you could never play with me. I could post a baby picture. Many people can't. I could definitely, like, you know, whether, you know, however I look or however I feel for the day, I have a God that lifts me up in my spirits. People wake up, they got demons on them. It's like, bro, we are not the same. And that's why you got to choose the right side. Sometimes you're talented. I'm very talented. It's easy for someone to say, oh, I'm gonna go be a singer, but there's a price to pay. I'm not willing to pay that price. A lot of people paid the price, and all of them miserable. But this is not, this video is about just self-love, being happy no matter what situation you're in, and knowing that, you know, whatever little bump in the road you're going through in life, it'll go away. This is guaranteed to go away. And you know, it's like, yeah. All right, so that's basically my update. I just had something pink on, you know what I'm saying, just something pink. Just took a shower, like, you know, it's a wife. It's giving wife, definitely. Definitely. Mwah. And one more thing, you are never alone. If you ever feel alone, because you're gonna have people, like I said, a lot of people, they're comfortable now only because they have the things that people around them want. They lose it all, they don't have anybody. You know what I'm saying? So if you ever feel alone or whatever you're going through in life, this is what I turn to, the Holy Scriptures. And my favorite scripture, what's my favorite scripture? What is my favorite scripture? Okay, so it says, Psalm 66:18, it says, if I harbored anything hurtful in my heart, Jehovah would not have heard me, but God did hear. He paid attention to my prayer. Praise to God who did not reject my prayer or withhold his loyal love from me. So that basically is not my favorite scripture, but definitely a scripture that I read all the time. And it basically means, like, I've experienced a lot of hate and a lot of, injustice. But when I pray to Jehovah, this is the beautiful thing about me. The things that people want to do to me and the hate that people have in their heart for me, I don't have it for them. I don't wish nothing that people are doing to me on them. That's what I'm a better person. You know what I'm saying? It's like I'm not better than anybody, but I definitely know as a person, morally, I'm a better person because the things that people have tried to do to me is deplorable. But Jehovah, because he sees my heart and because I don't harbor anything resentful or hurtful. I don't have any hate or any type of anger towards anybody in my heart. You know what I'm saying? Because of that, he sees that. He sees that I pray. I pray for my enemies. I pray for people who try to harm me. I pray for, all types of things. You know what I'm saying? Because he sees the goodness of my heart, he basically listens to my prayers and he listens to what I have to say to him, and he promises me to help me through the situation and get me out. And he basically does hear me. He paid attention to my prayer and he did not reject my prayer. It's a lot of people who can't even pray to God. They try to pray, Jehovah's going to reject it because you're deplorable, you're a terrible person. But with me, you know, like millions of others, people who have sincere good hearts, even when we're done wrong, we still help the people that do us wrong. Like, I don't have the best relationship with my mother, and I know that my mother, doesn't really like me much, but I still make her doctor's appointments. I just made an eye appointment for her. And it's like, because God says, if your enemy is hungry, feed them. If your enemy is hungry, if your enemy is thirsty, give them something to drink. It's like I listen to Jehovah, and what he says and his advice is always right. And it's cool and good. So it's like I do that. And that is why, that is why I love him so much, and he's my God, and he's the only God I choose to serve because there's no other God like him. And he doesn't reject me when I pray to him, and he answers my prayers, and he's been answering me through protection, through survival. And there's another scripture that says, verse 20, the true God is for us, a God who saves. And Jehovah, the sovereign Lord, provides escape from death. Yes, God will smash the heads of his enemies, the hairy crown of the head of anyone who continues in his guilt. So the true God is for us the true God is for us, a God who saves, and he definitely has saved me from so much. And Jehovah, the sovereign Lord, provides escape from death. And I can't tell you how many times Jehovah has caused me to escape from death, from all types of things. But my story, it's like a I wouldn't say it's like a Cassie story because I was never in a relationship or anything of that sort, but basically escaping like a cult, like, a celebrity that has a cult and basically hates me because I'm a Jehovah's Witness and because I serve God, and they are a Satanist, and they basically don't like me for no reason. There are people that really, really don't like you. Like, they really don't, they have no reason not to like you. You ask the person, why don't you like this person? They have no reason. They just don't like you. Why? Because you're different from them. People don't like you because you look different, because you serve, because your religion is different. What's happening to me is kind of like Nazi and Jew, like how the Nazis basically were trying to kill the Jews for being Jews. So I'm basically being persecuted, and I'm basically being, sought after because of my religious beliefs, and I refuse to join or be the servant of a cult member or of somebody who thinks that they're God because they have some money. Money doesn't make you God, and money doesn't give you money gives you power, and people who have money abuse their power. But money doesn't make you a God, and I could never be an idiot enough to look at a human being that could die like me tomorrow and take them as my God and serve them. I don't care how much money you have. That's just delusional to me. But anywho, only God I serve is Jehovah, the sovereign Lord, and he is the God that has helped me to escape from all the traps that's been set, to harm me. And it's like you got two sides. You got Satan's side, which is a lot of these celebrities, they serve him, they're in the occult. They got a secret society, and they have these people run around terrorizing people. And if you're a Christian, you are definitely opposite of them. You serve a different God. You serve Jehovah. You serve whoever you serve. Just how Hitler, Anne Frank, and when we were kids, we learned in school about Anne Frank. They basically serve their God. What do the Jews believe in? God. They don't believe in Jesus, but they believe in God. They're religious people, basically. And Hitler, he basically went around and wanted to genocide the Jews, and he did. And that's what's happening to me. I'm basically being discriminated against because I'm a Jehovah's Witness, because of my religion and because of who I serve, and because I refuse to surrender to somebody who thinks that they are a God, but they are not. They have a lot of people who, they have a lot of people who worship them. They have a lot of servants. They have a lot of slaves. My mother being one of them, and it's really weird because it's like you're living in a house, and it's like you have your own mother that is a part of a different sect than you. And it's like, bro, if you want to worship Satan. But the thing is that with Satan worship, it's like when you start to try to harm people, or try to harm people for your success, or you just flat out are a hateful person and you hate other people that are different from you, how Hitler hated the Jews all because they were Jews, that's when you have a problem. That's when it's like, okay, you got to be stopped, because you literally are the problem in society and in this world. We live in a world that's hate-filled. You gotta go. Like, if anybody deserves to die, the person that wants to kill somebody because they look different from them, because they serve a different God from them, because they are of a different weight or a social class from them, if you are that person that discriminates like that, you deserve to die, because hate is not something that's supposed to be in this world. We're supposed to be, radiating in love, but unfortunately, when there are real cults. You got Nature Boy. He had a cult. He just got sentenced to life in prison for his cult that he was having. It's very similar. You got these celebrities. They have their secret cults and societies, and they use those people to harm, and their master is Satan. And I put that in my last video. I said, these celebrities and these public figures, and even not just celebrities, politicians, people that are very powerful, they all are part of this secret society. And if you knew the things that they did to cover up murder, to get away with murder, to harm somebody, you would be like, bro, I'll never listen to secular music ever again. But the thing is that for me, fortunately for me, my God is more powerful. My God is actually a God and not a play delusional person who thinks they're God. My God actually is a God, and the only God, and he's been protecting me. And it's very evident because all the things that's been done to me that I will explain later, when the situation ends, when I tell my story publicly, it's like, you're going to be like, what happened? And they did what? And they can do what? And how did they do that? And what? And they have hospitals, and they have police, and what? And they have people that play what? And they have what? Yeah, it's a lot. You'll be surprised. You know what I'm saying? Your favorite celebrities, the ones you listen to every day, It's like the most evil people, they do the most evil things to get the success, to get the coin, to get the album sale. You know what I'm saying? It's people that it's people that's gonna sell their soul and still not sell no records. I've seen that. People sell their soul and they still flop. And they still literally album go sidewalk. It's like, bro, when I was homeless for like about 4 months, literally people's album sales are equivalent to the sidewalk I once slept on. Album going sidewalk. People sell they soul, they kill people, they assistants, they brothers, they sisters, they mamas, whomever. They do what they do, and they still don't pop. It's like, bro, damn, God don't want you, Satan don't either, because Satan gonna bless if you really, really are beneficial to him. But I guess not. Anywho, you're the ultimate reject if Satan don't even want to mess with you. If you're not gonna pop after you kill for him, oh no. Give it up, hang it up. But anywho, yeah, this is the update, and y'all have a good Saturday.